Okay. All right. So we are going. So yeah. So tell us a little about yourself. Just like what do you like? What are your favorite classes? You said you don't like math, but what are some of your favorite classes?
Well, some of my favorite classes, like my personal favorite is like ELA, like because like I love reading because sometimes I'll read like over and over the Harry Potter books because I'm like a big fan of Harry Potter and stuff. And my second favorite class is social studies because like in my social studies class, they give you like a document, like not a document, but they give you like a sheet of paper
Hmm.
and it has like just read the paragraph and like you'll just write it down. And it's about like explorers from like say like um the Alamo. Yeah.
Oh,
Say that like during the Alamo, this and that, and then you just like write it down. Yeah. That's like my two favorite classes. I don't have any other favorites though.
so what is it about Harry Potter for you that like really gets you excited? Why do you like to read it over
Oh,
and over?
okay, so like the like magic it like holds like the surprises like the it just surprises you like what's gonna come next and like what's gonna happen. I like how they put it in like they're separate books because there's like separate movies too. And like you have to like wait because sometimes like the book's not in like store like in like the library and so I'll have to like just read it online and or just watch the movie. Yeah.
If you had a superpower, what do you think it would be?
Probably like teleportation
Cool.
because like I can teleport places like school like well if I was at school I would like teleport there and then like I so I won't be late. Yeah.
Are you late a lot?
A lot. Yes.
Why?
Even on online school,
Why
I
are you
like sleep
late?
in. I sleep in like late, and I don't have my like alarm. I always miss my alarm. I sleep through it. Yeah.
So you're a deep sleeper.
Mhm.
Do you have vivid dreams? Usually, people who sleep deeply have a pretty vivid, realistic dreams.
I can say I do because I just dream about like weird stuff. Like it's weird.
Like what? What are some of your weird dreams that you feel comfortable
Well,
sharing? That you
no,
feel
it's
comfortable
fine.
sharing?
Sometimes I'll like me imagine me and my friends were at like this big like carnival and like all of a sudden like all these like clowns come out of nowhere and I don't know but like clowns like they scare me a lot but like they don't at the same time so whenever like they come out like of like the carnival like tent they all start like just throwing like balloons at people and it's like weird. I was like I had no idea why I was even dreaming about that but yeah it just goes on from there.
That's 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 funny. What do you think it is about clowns that freak you out?
Well, like how like they're like so like funny clowns like party clowns don't scare me, but whenever like they have like creepy makeup, that's what scares me.
They
Yeah.
are creepy. Like, why do clowns wear that? Why, if clowns are there to entertain and make people feel comfortable, like why do they wear that creepy makeup? I just
I
don't get it.
know.
I don't understand. I actually, so I'm a professional actor, but when I was in New York doing survival jobs and stuff, I was actually a professional clown. I
Oh.
was a party clown, so I didn't wear makeup. But I did see
Um.
some who did wear makeup, and it was terrifying, terrifying.
Oh.
But yeah, you don't know what to say, which is fine. There's nothing to say. Um, but so I guess I'm interested in what state are you from, if you could share that?
Oh, I'm from Texas.
Texas. I figured since you mentioned the Alamo, there weren't many other places that I people who would mention the Alamo right off the bat. Have you lived in Texas most of your life?
Mhm.
Do you like it there?
Yeah, it's pretty decent. It's just like the hot and sunny days. Yeah, I can't do the hot and days and stuff.
Where do you think, if you could live anywhere in the world, and you had $1 million, where would you go?
Honestly, I would go to like Japan because they have like most of like they have cool stuff, like cool foods, like cool houses, even like say like I wanted to try like one of their foods, like I'll try it. Like plus with the money I have, in case like the food like I like is like really expensive, then yeah, and then like the houses.
Cool.
Mhm.
Yeah, and like Tokyo is one of the most, I think that like the biggest city in the world, and they probably have like tons of awesome stuff there. And are you into anime and manga and stuff as well?
Yes.
Cool. Cool. Um, so usually like with people on this channel, people like just kind of share stories about their um, just about like their upbringing or anything. And for you, I guess, do you have a story about just about who you are? Like, was there an event in your life that you think has made you who you are today? And if so, what is that story?
I was like bullied in third grade. And like that, like I was so shy and I didn't know what to do until like one time I was like in my and like after school, like I guess you can call it daycare,
Mm,
but
that's okay. Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
this
After school.
this girl like she would like try to like I don't know. She would push me a lot too, because whenever like we would go into like the bus to go to like the daycare or like after school thing, she would always like push me just to like sit with my friends that she wanted to be friends with. And so yeah, and then one time the teacher, they caught like her pushing me one time, and my mom was like, "You need to stand up for yourself. That's not good." And so like from like the like motions I had in third grade, like I was standing up for myself after the situation happened. So like whenever someone called me a rude name, I would just stand up for myself. And like for today, I feel like I have like a stronger like power and like confidence that like if someone like tends to do that again, then I'll know what to do in that situation.
So, what have you learned to do when people are rude to you or something? Like, what is the thing you do?
I would do is like simply like say stop it. It's not worth it. And I would just go tell the teacher and if they start getting like touchy like physical like throwing punches and stuff, I would be like I would like I've learned like self-defense and stuff like how like to like grab their arm and like just twist them over. And that's actually like I've never done it to anyone, but if that do tends to happen, then I'll like know what to do. Like but if that did happen, I would like just like do what I have to do and then just run to go tell the teacher.
Well, did you learn that stuff like karate or taekwondo or something like classes? Or did you learn?
um,
Did someone else just kind of like teach you?
well, my dad taught me. He taught me like karate, but it was like mostly like my dad and like my cousins from his side of the family, because we were like all in like San Antonio, and then my cousins live in San Antonio, and so we were like practicing because my cousin had this like gym in his like garage, and we were like practicing, and that's how I learned that from doing that. Yeah.
Hmm. Are your parents pretty supportive of the things that you want to do with your life, you think?
Mhm.
Cool. And what do you
Yeah.
yeah, and what do you think that you would like to be when you grow up? They always ask.
I'm like actually getting into like acting like you, I guess.
Wow. Cool.
But like right now I'm in like technical theater. I was supposed to be in like regular theater, but I actually thought technical theater is like actually pretty fun because you get to work with the lights and stuff. But I like acting like plays and stuff more because like my mom always tells me I have this dramatic stuff. Like I always, yeah, overreact about stuff. And she's like, I can get into like a play with that if I like use that. Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah. Have you been in like a play yet at all, or are you gonna?
hmm
Yeah.
I've been in plays. It's just that I've like either played like the best friend of the main character. I guess that's what you say it. And then like sometimes I would even play as like a backstage crew. I guess not like yeah, like help
Uh,
with the like the things. Yeah.
yeah. I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Yeah. Yeah. I know. You tend to get like. Yeah. I think what you're talking about with like the best friend is like the supporting role and everything, and I mean, some of the best roles out there are supporting roles because they have a lot of tension, a lot of meat to them, and sometimes they can
Mhm.
switch and stuff. And interesting, very
Oh.
cool. Well, usually, hold on a second. Usually, when I do these interviews, I have a bunch of these random questions that I write up to ask people. We have time for about two or three. So if you could type in three numbers between 1 and 48, I'll give you the corresponding questions. They're kind of deeper
Okay.
questions too. Maybe you'll like them. We'll see.
Okay. So
10, 27, and 30. Okay. All right. And by the way, my name is Kenny, just to let you know. I did not introduce myself.
oh well, my name's Sophie.
Sophie? Okay. Thank you, Sophie. All right. Number 10. Okay. What is something you've recently become aware of?
Oh well, I recently became aware of was the friends that I was friends with like from last year and like going on to like this year has been starting to like get like pretty like oh they're starting to avoid me a lot
Hmm.
because I don't know what happened. It's just that I guess we just fell off over the summer. Yeah.
And how do you feel about it? Are you okay with it? Is it yeah, how do you
I
feel?
mean, I'm a little okay with it because I can understand that we like don't talk anymore, but like we like still see each other. Like say that because they live like in my neighborhood. Some of them do, or some of them I would see like at Walmart and stuff. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, number 27. Ah, you picked some good ones here, Sophie. Number 27. What part of yourself is your biggest obstacle?
Well, it's okay. So my the part of myself is like for like my biggest obstacle is like seeing what like type of like clothes I would wear to like every like I don't know like what type of fashion I want to do, what type of hairstyles, and like what would fit me, like what would I look not look fat in, like stuff in this.
Hmm.
That's like just like I have to be like positive of myself and stuff. Like sometimes I would say I would look fat in this and like actually cry about it, but sometimes I would be like actually like I like this outfit, I would want to wear it. Yeah.
Hmm. So is weight something that you think about a lot, I guess?
Mhm.
Hmm. Do you feel like your parents are helpful in I mean, it's tough to when you're I mean, when your parent like your parents, you feel like you have to say nice things about you, right? Like I guess that's
Mhm.
but like I don't know, do you think you have supportive friends in that way?
Um
Like that are able to be
kind
honest with
of
you and
like supportive like mhm.
Mhm.
Yeah, because like I just like ask this and I say just be honest. I it doesn't like affect me. It just yeah.
And yeah, I've talked to a few people on here who talk about weight a lot, and I mean, if it means anything from a random guy on Omegle, like looking at you, like that's not something that ever has crossed my mind. I think that you're very articulate and open, and I think that is the hardest thing to be. It's very hard to be that, and yeah, thought I should just say that. And fashion sense too. Interesting. Yeah, that's something that I definitely need to work on myself. All right, number 30. Last question. What do you think your purpose is?
I think my purpose is like helping others like overcome their like challenges and like stuff. Like say that my friends like need help with like trouble, like say that like relationship type of things. Um well, say that like they just got cheated on and like they don't know the girl's prettier than them. I would like help them out. I'll be like, she's you're like that dude who broke up with you wasn't worth it. You actually he lost a very good like person and stuff. And I'm actually being honest about that because the type of people they go for is like not that good
Yeah, yeah,
because they always end up like
people choose the love they think they deserve. And if they think that they are not worthy, then they'll choose someone who's not worthy for them in a way, you know? And so
mhm
like the more that you believe that you are freaking awesome, the more likely your partner is going to be freaking awesome, you know?
mhm
Um, yeah, and so you believe that your purpose is to be there for people.
mhm
That's badass. Very cool. All right. Well, Sophie, before we get going, thank you for sticking around and talking. And do you have any
mhm.
last thoughts that you'd like to share with the audience?
Like, what do you mean? Like,
Or just find like since we've been talking, maybe there's been some kind of thought that you've had or something that's popped up that maybe one last thing that you'd like to share.
well, okay. So whenever like a person like you think that they are like, say like they like you say like, oh well, for example, like say that you think that this person's like nice and like that, and then when you get to know them, you'll start to see like their true personality and stuff, and then what you thought before is not what you think like after. Yeah.
So first impressions, right? First impressions
Mhm.
may not be completely accurate.
Mhm.
Cool. Well, Sophie, thanks so much. I'm gonna upload this video uh,
Uh-huh.
in like 10 minutes. So
Okay.
since you're already subscribed, you'll be able to see it pop up and you can check it out. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, thanks so much.
Uh-huh. Bye.
See ya. Cool. All right, Sophie. Thank you, Sophie from Texas. Before this video ends, I think I just would like to share just a few things that have been going on with me. I finished this great book, Talking to Strangers by Malcolm Gladwell. I would highly recommend the book. Um, I'm currently reading Stephen King's On Writing, which is phenomenal. So I'm about halfway through that. And if you guys are interested in understanding, in knowing like the background of Stephen King, um, he has his whole kind of backstory before he wrote Carrie and everything. I'm a huge Stephen King fan, so that may not resonate with most of you, but I've read probably about 20 of his. I've read a few of his books. Um, And I watched two movies just recently. I've been watching a lot of movies recently, but Gloria Bell with Julianne Moore I watched today, and also The Bling Ring with Emma Watson. Uh, Bling Ring was fine. Um, what that movie made me think about was just that was back in 2013. That movie was produced, and it made me think a lot about how um, made me think a lot about how kind of this celebrity culture is really pervading every aspect of our lives, uh, and and how so many people these days are so interested in the following, right? And of course, people can use their followings for different purposes, but that the pursuit of getting a following, the pursuit of fame and fortune, is so has been, you know, a staple of American culture, but it's also now with reality television and everything really pervaded a lot of people's minds and a lot of people's paradigms of thinking and what they want and their goals. And it made me worry about that. A lot of things have evolved from 2013 to now, and I think it's just become more pervasive as time has gone on. And Gloria Bell is the other film with Julianne Moore, and Julianne Moore is my favorite living actress. She is phenomenal in this film. She's phenomenal in Still Alice. She's in so many movies, too many to count, and I have not seen many of them at all. But anyway, just wanted to share that with you all. And Sophie, if you're continuing to watch this, if anyone is watching this, thank you for. I could tell that she was a little uncomfortable, like talking to this 30-year-old man. Of course, anyone should be, you know. On Omegle, right? Like this is a very rare occurrence for a person to actually have like some kind of a deep conversation with a 13-year-old girl, 14-year-old girl, probably. But the reason I do this, and I want to make this clear, the reason I do this is because I want everyone to understand that every human being has a voice, right? One of the big issues that I've been seeing on here is that people say, oh, like I'm 14 years old, my voice doesn't really matter, I don't vote, so my voice doesn't really matter. But everyone's opinion is influential in some respect. And so if you understand that your opinion is very important, then further you should understand that since your opinion matters, that you should be well read and well researched about the things that you talk about, and that your voice influences things in either a positive or a negative direction, or if you don't like to think of it that way, that your voice has an influence, right? And so how would you like your voice to be an influence in this world? I implore you all to read, to research the things that you care about, and to extend yourself out into the social world, get outside your echo chamber, meet people and talk to people about things, ask people questions, listen and learn from them. Yeah, so that is my spiel. So thank you for listening to that. I'm going to see if I can do one more video, and then I think I'll call it a night. Thank you.